Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another one. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're catching this video. Um, Sitting over here at the lake this evening. Yeah, much needed for me. Um, y'all, I've been in a very low mood, very solemn, very dark. I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. Sometimes I feel like God brings people to me so that I can transmute their pain low key. And I don't know why I feel like that. You know what I'm saying? But I be picking up energy out of people, and I just feel something in the air, man. You know, I feel something in the air, and it's heavy, man. I don't know if you can feel this too. I don't know if it's just me. If it's just me, I can, you know. I mean, either way, I'm still like, whether it's me, whether it's everything around me, a mixture of both. I'm still just being present with it. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't the first time I done experienced this, you know. But when I talk about those days when it rained, this is one of them for me, you know. And I know that there's a lot of growth from me because when I'm going through something, I don't like to be nowhere in sight. I go full hermit mode, and here I am making a video. So yeah, this is me like really going through it, and I think that's genuine and authentic to be able to share that with you. So I hope you don't mind. Um, what I'm experiencing, you know, without going too deep into it, I'm just I'm just experiencing a lot of sadness, like I said before, uncertainty. I'm feeling insecure. You know, yep. Like when I go to them low lows, like when I get like and this is one of my low lows. Like in the past, my low lows, like I ain't cleaning up. If I was disciplined, if I was going to the gym, I ain't going to the gym. Um, I'm indulging. You know what I'm saying? Just to be transparent with y'all, you know, porn was a huge thing for me. And lust has been a huge battle for me. Um, but it's also been one of my gifts as well, sexual energy, or other words, creative energy. I've always knew that it was linked to creativity. It was just a gift. Um, but but yeah, like I would indulge, and like a year and a half ago, yeah, I started practicing semen retention. You know, and I had my boy Van. It was a dude, you know, I ran into, you know, on YouTube, and he was just doing his thing. But when he was expressing his journey about semen retention, I could relate to him. You know, he really motivated me to really wanna try it out. But it changed my life, y'all. You know, it changed my life. It kind of broke the spell, if you will, for me. But it broke the spell for me. I mean, this is for the men that watch this. There's a lot of men that watch my channel. But it broke the spell for me, man, when it comes to lust. And I was just trying to make it 30 days, but I ended up making it like 90, because once I got to 30 days, it started getting easier it started getting easier to not focus on the days, and it was easier to not be pulled by feminine, you know, by my attraction to women. And granted, I was single this whole time, so I'm free range. But where was I going with that? It just kind of, yeah, I kept going, man. I kept going. I got to like 87 days. And like I said, it's changed my life. It gave me a different perspective. I felt more clear in my mind than I ever had. Like, I could think sharply, fast, clear. I loved how I viewed women, and I love what it exposed about women to me. It showed me that most women are kind of walking around kind of zombified because there's not a lot of guys who are not lustful. If I'm looking at you and I find you attractive, it's very few guys that can find you attractive and not be looking at you with lustful eyes. So there was a lot of appreciation for my presence, and I don't know, y'all. That's a video for another time, I guess. But that whole little experience, like, for me, when I wasn't using that as a release from dealing with my problems and dealing with my inner world, it's like I was facing it. I was facing those things, and that caused me to have to transmute them. Be there, going to the gym, journaling, which I journaled a lot. You know what I'm saying? Which I probably need to do again. I probably need to get my start journaling again, because especially if you're spending time alone and you don't really have trusted sources, journaling provides a very clean way of allowing you to just kind of release some of that chatter that's going on in your mind, and also express some of your deepest concerns to where you can kind of let it out, and then if you need to, you can go back and revisit it, and it's very enlightening. It's very enlightening, and I strongly recommend that for anybody. But yeah, man, everything I talked about on being in the lows, I'm in that right now. And yeah, man, when I'm in my lows, I'm different. But I'm a different animal. But I see a lot of growth. You know what I'm saying? I would not be making no video while I'm in this period. Wouldn't want to be seen. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't want to be. Uh, wouldn't want to be doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I know that there's people who can appreciate this even more. And I know I'm somebody that would appreciate that. I appreciated seeing people who was real, because like I said, it ain't always sunshine and rainbow. Sometimes it's rough. Sometimes it's rough. Sometimes you experiencing things you don't even know why you experiencing it. But I'm not a person, and I'm gonna say I chose not to be a person that shy away from and shame those situations. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to shame those situations, but in honoring it, you know what I'm saying? I ain't finna be acting like I'm all bubbly and that I want to, do things. I still got my disciplines, but I respect I respect this side of myself, meaning like I'm present with it and I exercise it. I want it to also be a part of my joy. I want it to also be a part of my love, and for that, I allow my presence that is there when I'm happy and joyous to also spend time in this place. Hence, that's where this video comes from. So, this is literally like representing what I've been talking about in these videos for you that can appreciate it. So, I mean, that's the video. So, whether you having a rough one like me or you having a great day, you barely making ends meet, or you at the pinnacle of your success, the greatest place that you could come from is right where you are. Not perfect, just real. For real. I wish you peace, love, and abundance every single day, but especially the days when it rains. And with that being said, that is the video. I am signing out. Peace.